Jerwa here with the quick test. We're on the 9x9. You can see the 13x13 is looking a lot more complete. Probably be a video on that soon. But I'm going to rerun the 9x9 with 32 zombies. We're seeing some interesting behavior. Around pathing, which is kind of expected. Sounds like, okay, coming from that side. But Vedui is seeing a lot of problems on the outer pillars. I suspect it's all related to pathing. And mostly what I'm looking for here, like I said, this is at 32, so but I'm looking for them getting stuck under a pillar. It's expected that they'll run out and back in. That's actually the behavior we want. And I think the fences might actually make that more of a problem by getting stuff stuck. I'm definitely going to help the cops along, but in Vedui's design, he's got the fences all the way across the platform, which means all zombies that do make it up there end up being obstacles. I think at higher spawns, it's actually probably better to not use fences at all. You will have zombies run up, not take enough damage to die, and run down, and then come back up. But I think you're better off that way, because it will stop them from blocking a path for an extended period. And it seems like at 32 we're doing okay. New cop. Okay, now that's something I didn't see before. I wonder if that's why Vedui saw sheet damage underneath these. Is that cop took damage up here, got stunned and fell down, and he was going to explode down there. And that's real bad. We don't want that to happen at all. I'm not even sure what you would do to avoid that problem. Then again, I also doubt that problem is very common. Say, where's our next wave? Like they're coming in from that side this time. See, they run out to a pillar, they're trying to hit each other, that's fine. Because they're going to loop under a pillar first, almost every single time. And I think that's why the bar pillars are causing the wave problems, is because he's starting that pathing recalculation when they're far away rather than when they're right here. And I think that causes them to yo-yo between the pillars rather than pillar, you know, the inner pillar up to the platform. And really this only works if they want up here real bad. I mean, bad enough that, see, he went to the pillar, he decided there wasn't a target there, he came up here, and if they time out up here, we want them to run back to that pillar and do the same thing. Come right back to the center. Yeah, it looks like at 32, we're going to be okay. I mean, again, I'm helping with the cops. I don't like them much, and the area, the 6-block sphere of damage that they do is really bad for your base. But see, they do run out to those pillars, and I actually want them to do that because it's basically just killing time. They run out to that pillar, they don't actually do any attack damage, and then they run right back up here because the zombie that was in the way has died. So suddenly the path is valid again. So they run down there and come back up here. That's what stops them from actually attacking the pillars. If they run down to a pillar and this path is still blocked, then you run a real good chance of them actually attacking blocks, which, you know, again, we really don't want. Sounds like we might be on wave 3. Because they switched directions again. Now they're coming from that side. Nope, over there. And again, even with just the outer fence, you can see it's pretty easy to just sit up here and only shoot the cops. And you could go AFK, hide in a corner so they can't see you, and I'm pretty sure that cop that got stunned and fell down would be a one-off. But that would certainly do a lot of damage to your stuff. I mean, one cop exploding underneath one of these pillars would probably be more repair than all the rest of the horde put together. Oh, see, he's seen me. And he broke a light. You can see I mean, just look at the damage they're doing just with the vomiting. I mean, they hit such a wide area because their shots are really random. Ah, so there's a fence down. And you can see that's not the end of the world. I mean, if anything, the fence failing early in the night is almost a plus, because if that happens during the first couple of waves when you have the low tier spawns, that's going to help clear out the trash zombies faster than usual. That's funny, he's not a horde guy, he's just a snow biome spawn. But then if they break later in the evening, you get your tough stuff. It's going to be better overall for that tough stuff to run up here, take damage, and run back down, rather than just stand here and block a path. And yeah, wow, okay, so 10 after midnight, and this horde is toast. And we're 375, it's not a huge deal, but so at 32 even, the 9x9 seems like it was perfectly fine. None of that's taken damage. No damage. That was the fence. So none of these, yeah, you can literally no damage to my pillars. So no risk of structure. Probably shooting. But yeah, none of the uppers, none of the lowers, none of this took any damage. Dart traps aren't hurt. I gotta be careful if I dip my head in there, I'm gonna get shot. And none of the dart traps are hurt. Like I said, the fences are, I think only the receiving fence takes damage. I'm not entirely sure. I think that was actually 1 damage from before. I just don't have the stuff in my pockets to fix it. But see, that fence is down. And so yeah, the receiving side is what's taking damage. So the fences are pretty whooped, but that's to be expected. But overall, yeah, still really successful. The most damage I took, yeah, you see the cops killed a light. And the problem with this design in general is that because of the way I've done the relays and stuff, that is a real big issue. Yep, right there, for example. They took out a relay. You can see there's cop damage up there. They took out that relay, which means these center 2 dart traps are no longer firing. And that's no good. And on the 13x13, little quick teaser, you can see that there are no exposed relays or anything up there. So I won't go too far into that in this video. Like I said, I'll do a video for that by itself. That's I like the setup there. But yeah, so this still works pretty good at 32. I'll repair everything, I guess, and see how it does with 64.